Then we come to the segment. MJF is in the ring. Or no, MJF goes to the ring, and we go to break. And then we come back to Chris Jericho taking 5 minutes to the ring so that everybody can sing the entire song. And then we get the quick shot of the fan jumping. Do we know who got him first? Was it a security guy? Was it a AEW guy? Who got this guy first?
I'm not exactly sure because the way it was on TV wasn't clear. There are other clips out there, but I thought it was a security guy, but I did read several people say Justin Roberts was actually the one that took the guy down. So I don't know for sure.
Mr. Sunshine's about 6'4".
He's a big guy. Yeah.
He's a big guy. But Jericho did the old thing. As soon as the security guy had a hold of him, I'm going to go and try to hit him. But anyway, so we got finished with that. But this was a face-to-face sit-down between MJF and Chris Jericho. Have you ever read a book backwards? They've gone from committing felonious assault on each other at the very first time that they broke up, committed felonious assault on each other, then graduated to giving each other swirlies, and now they're down to just sitting in the ring by themselves and talking. There was nobody running. There was no moderator. There was no announcer. There was nobody running this thing. Why didn't they just fight? And I know somebody out there is going, well, Cornette, you say they fight all the time when they shouldn't fight. Well, if two guys hate each other and are in the ring all by themselves and there's not even an announcer there to fucking mediate this issue, why don't they just fight? They just sat at the end of a 10-foot long table, and now Jericho is begging for a match with MJF. Begging is a word they used, when he's done everything to MJF but sodomize him with a rusty fishing knife. Once you flush a motherfucker's head in the toilet, it's hard to stay mad at him. Jericho will accept any stipulation to get a match with MJF just because he pushed him onto that air mattress. And they got in another sex with your mother joke. MJF is always great verbally, but now there's no material here. It's just like now, let's let Jericho and MJF go out and do 10 minutes. Well, they went out and did 10 minutes. Finally, the bottom line of this whole thing was to get a match with Jericho. MJF somehow likened this. You know, he used to read Greek mythology when he was a kid, Brian. And he likened it to the labors of Hercules. So MJF gives Jericho 5 labors. He's got to have 4 different matches against 4 different opponents with 4 different stipulations. And after that, he can have a match with MJF. Fucking hell. Chris Jericho, at 4 different matches with 4 different opponents and 4 different stipulations in a row, Chris Jericho's 5th match is going to be with an oxygen tent. But he accepted the challenge, screamed a lot, signed the contract. MJF wanted a handshake. Jericho shook his hand and then pulled him into the Judas elbow, except in this case it was the Judas right shoulder. And MJF took a nice little bump off of it, but his elbow came nowhere near his head. Can we just move on? I know what last week you said they've made you tired of MJF, and I can see it.
You know, the only thing I'll say is, you pointed it out. We've said it for weeks now, months. The Pinnacle Inner Circle feud has been completely backwards. It's been counterproductive. It's been done wrong. You could even take every segment they've done and do it the same way and just do it in a different order. And it would make more sense even with all the problems there. But the fact that it's still going and it looks like it's going to be going for a while longer bothers me. And I had the thought watching this, because I want to see more FTR and I want them to get their win back. Wouldn't it be cool if after this, not cool, for you, not cool, how about Pinnacle versus Elite?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
FTR Bucks. It gets FTR and the Bucks back in the ring. Get the title back on the FTR.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen. The sensitive Bucks It's obviously clear now, brought FTR into the company because a lot of people on social media were saying they were the best tag team in the world, so they brought him in so they could beat him and then bury him and then get the fuck away from him so they couldn't be compared to him. And that's what's happened. Dr. Britt Baker and Reba, who's back on a crutch now, did a really good heel promo with Tony Schiavone. Took a big shot at the WWE on blood money. Maybe he'll run in Saudi Arabia next. Compared to the rest of the guys' promos on this program, this was a classic. Britt Baker can talk.
Yeah, no one ran in, so that made it even better.
And nobody ran in or threw a chair from the other side or whatever. There was no kidnapping in this one, so it was actually a pretty good interview.